right, here we are. Oh, I just realized something. There's something missing. Let me just see if I can get this. What? There it is. All kinds of there. That's going to do it. Welcome everyone. This is. Does anyone else feel like it's been a day and it's like it's only what in the afternoon at this point? Screw it. I need a drink. I'm gonna pour myself a drink. How are you? What are you drinking there, Bijou?
A virgin gin and tonic.
So, tonic water.
Yeah.
That's a much more fun way to put it. A virgin gin and tonic. For those of you who are just logging in, say hello. There we are. Woohoo, Slant. He's fucking cheersing me already, and I need to mix a drink. Oh. There we are. Welcome, Christopher. If you're just showing up, please click like and everything. And we've got Bashik, Daniel, and Kai are all there having ice cream in the backyard. That makes it a nice social way to be watching the show. It's good. I've the fantastic artist here with me. Celesta Lee is dancing to music only she could hear. And we have the fantastic Bisou, who has a TARDIS. They have a TARDIS. And we can't have Bijou on the show without having Devin in the background. Hello, there we are. There we are for Devin. I'm scared. I've already started it, so I'm going to finish it. I'm going to out Devin as the wonderful Stephen Winchester, a fantastic variety performer. Welcome all of you to the show. We have. I'm just going to put some tonic in, just a little bit of tonic, and then I'm going to put some gin in, maybe not a little bit of gin, just to get this started. This is the Love Doctor live stream. We're going to be answering your questions about love, sex, and relationships. If you have any questions, he lurks. If you have any questions, you can just type them in the comment. Please make sure you click like or heart or something the video you're watching, because that all drives the algorithms, which makes it imminently, yeah, that's the word I'm going to use, more discoverable for everyone. Celesta, how has your summer been so far? I know it's been a trying summer. I'm talking nonstop and neither one of you is interrupting me, and it's making me feel nervous at this point because I know that you're not still pictures. You're actually paying attention. It's a
I actually put a cardboard cutout here so that I could go get a drink and come back. It was totally seamless.
That makes you notice I have holes in my chest at this point. There it is. And bienvenue. Je suis désolé, je parle un petit peu de français. I've been trying to learn, and Celesta's laughing at me because she is a multilingual queen. And Bisou speaks multiple languages as well. So
cunning linguist.
Very much a cunning linguist. I still don't even speak all of English. I'm still learning new words. So there's all these things. So, but I asked you a question, Celeste.
Okay. My summer was relaxing and in the same time busy. I get married, so it's a good news for me. But yeah, it was quite a very different summer. For this time, no performing any burlesque, so I was like more enjoying my summertime than all the time.
I saw that you got married twice. Well, yes. Once, but twice.
Once in Cambodia for more like a spiritual ceremony for me and my husband now. He's not my boyfriend anymore, my husband. And the second one was because I want my paper. I want to be legal here.
All right.
Ensemble.
No, I mean, you are. You're definitely very much a part of the Montreal landscape, and you are very much a Montreal and a Canadian. You meant legally married, not trying to get your legal papers.
No. Of course, no. I got my permanent residency. It's like this.
Oui, c'est vrai.
It's just like now I'm gonna be more legal.
And you had to dump your boyfriend because your husband would mind. That's probably a better way to put it.
Not necessarily, not in my experience.
Well, no, not necessarily that you have to do that for the relationship, but I'm saying that's a clever way to put it. She has now been married. Now, Bijou, it's been what, 3 weeks since you've last been on?
I think so.
3 or 4. We missed a week, and we missed everybody there.
If we're week 21 now, then that was 4 weeks ago.
All right, because we did had week 19 twice. Christopher is saying we're trying to interrupt, but you can't hear us. It's the worst hecklers ever.
He's the best hecklers ever as a silent heckler.
Are you kidding? I've seen some very, very nasty sign language being gestured at me while I'm on stage.
Still quiet though.
I prefer that.
This is applause.
That's a little weird to get that way you're on stage. This, yeah.
What are boos in sign language? Not boobs, but boos. How do you?
That one I don't. It's there just to slow down.
Yeah. All right.
And Jimmy Fool has been lurking as well. Jimmy Fool, another fantastic variety performer. Welcome, Jimmy. Thank you. We have a big announcement that we're going to do at some point during the show, and everyone is probably bursting to hear it. Well, all of you probably already know, but we're going to add to that at some point. We just had a kitty cat meow at us, so Denis Leger is also watching. This show is definitely the cat's pajamas. I don't know if it's the pajamas. Would you say it's a sleepwear at all? It could be a formal suit. I'm not positive. Are we the cat's formal suit? Apparently I may have had too much drugs.
How much have you had?
People. This is my first drink. Honest, I just haven't emptied the glass. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. I can make the cup, the decoration in the cup change colors. Watch this. Magically, I just want to make it go fully like. Oh, just magic. We've got a magic trick happening. I'm right now. I'm filling time until we can actually get people to ask questions. But if we have no people asking questions, Victoria Blair. Good evening, Victoria. Sunday morning, she's actually interviewing my manager, Paul Ash, on her podcast called Victoria Shoots the Breathe With. So she'll have Paul Ash on that prick who owes me money. But he's going to be there. So she'll be talking to him. I'm still not sure why. It's like, why don't get the real talent on the show? Christopher, what's better, the cat's pajamas or the dog's bollocks? That's a UK euphemism for the testicles, but it's also if something's not good, you say it's the bollocks. So I'd have to go the cat's pajamas better. Do either of you have a different interpretation that you wish to add?
I would never want to try to put my cat in pajamas. The protest is not pleasant.
True. Some cats, it's just hard enough to get them into a collar. Yeah, you see some people have cats on a leash and they walk around with a cat on their shoulder all day.
What kind of mind trickery is this? Like, it's like, that's not a cat, it's a small dog, because there's no cat that I know that wouldn't just either scratch the hell out of you or fall rigid in protest.
Yeah.
Most definitely. It's the fact that you said small dog and not parrot. I'm not like a parrot would hang out. How many dogs hang out on people's shoulders? I've seen more cats on people's shoulders than I have seen.
But you can never put them there. They have to decide to go there.
That's true. The first woman I ever lived with had a cat, and right beside the door, like there's a little partial wall, and the refrigerator to the kitchen or kitchenette was there. And when I would come home, the cat would jump off of the fridge and onto my shoulder and stay on my shoulder until I had to get, take the jacket off. It was a jacket or whatever. And the cat loved just hanging out on my shoulder. So we felt sort of like it was a pirate cat at some point. And then when I broke up with the person I was living with, she took the cat. And sadly, I have to say, I missed the cat more. I don't know.
I can see that.
I don't know how that what that says about the relationship, but that's what. All right, let's just gonna.
I often miss my ex's families more than my ex. You know, I'd be like, "You're a dick, but your mom though. Can I still be friends with your mom? Because your mom's boss. I don't understand how you're suddenly go for that." So,
I'm going to coach this by saying my first wife, my first mother-in-law, actually still has an open invitation to me to come over for dinner at any time because she just cooks the best Indian food, and she knows that I don't get good Indian food at this point. So, she does a masterful biryani. It's been a little while since I've been over, but we're still in touch. She's good people. And Victoria says she always misses the family more as well. I think we're onto something. It's the people that you have less of a history with, because I mean they are just the family. They're cursory. The cursory, is that the proper word? I don't even know if it's a proper word, but it sounds like the proper word. They're just cursory to the relationship, and so that they're one of the benefits that probably kept you in the relationship too long. So that might be the thing, that they're the ones that you have positive memories around. If you're lucky, occasionally the in-laws might be the nightmare that drives a wedge between you and your partner, but it's not always the case. Shall we get started? How should we? Is there anything, Bijou? It's only, like I said, yeah, it's been 4 weeks since you've been here. What has happened in your past 4 weeks that's been amazing that you care to share?
I didn't prep for this. I think notably nothing has happened that is like of note, and that to me is actually something worth celebrating. You know, in a time where things are really crazy and nothing is really stable, being able to count on nothing really changing is kind of something that I've come to be grateful for.
Cheers. I drink to that. That's For those of you that are watching, I noticed that we just hit the double digits. Please hit like and all that wonderful stuff. Subscribe for all the content that comes from this channel. And do what you can to just anything that we can do to grow the numbers, just so we can't be bossed around by Facebook and YouTube and Twitch as much. So we're going to do this. I see we have people watching on YouTube and people watching on Facebook. So I've got a card here. So I'm going to just pull this over. Let's see if I can do this right. All right. Oh my goodness, somebody put like nice big handwriting. I'm just going to make it large. Why is my boyfriend a dick? That is, you know what? These are from the historical records. So everyone is aware. These are cards that were written over the past 6 years at the Vaudeville show, and other shows that the Love Doctor has done, but it's been primarily the Vaudeville show. Looking at this card, this is probably back around the time that Monsieur Louvier was hosting, is what I suspect, by the size and the glossiness of the card, by the fact that pens didn't work with it. Why is my boyfriend a dick? You picked them. That's what I have. So Celesta, do you have something you want to add to that? I have more to say, but I'll give it to...
Pourquoi ton copain... Ok, pourquoi ton copain est une merde? No, I don't know what we can say more than just this word already means something.
Bijou, do you have something else to...
I mean, I think that like people start showing who they really are well into the relationship. You know, there's like a certain milestone that gets passed before someone is like, all right, you're just attached enough to me before I can actually start to manipulate and, you know, ignore and things like that, because I feel secure enough that you're not going to leave. Or, you know, they have certain like foibles that you don't enjoy and you call them a dick jokingly, but, you know.
A dick with love.
A dick with love.
That could be.
Can we rename the show to A Dick with Love?
Hold it. Does that mean I'm...
Just don't overthink it. It's just a great name for a show, I think. I would watch that show.
A Dick with Love, that could be something that you have coming up. I mean, so far on this channel, they have They Talk Funny, the Love Doctor live stream, the Battlecom Nerd Comedy Show, and coming soon is going to be called what is it called? Records React or React Records, which is going to be people reacting to music that never quite made the hit parade. But if you want to broadcast out a dick with love, I highly recommend it. If you want
It'll be about a
to
private investigator who just can't, who can solve everything but his own heart.
that's sweet. That's actually fairly sweet. It sounds a lot like Doctor Who. I'm just saying that because you have the TARDIS behind you.
I mean, a lot of stuff sounds like Doctor Who, you know?
True. It's the okay. Sometimes it takes a while to get into a relationship for people to drop the barriers, and that's when you realize that the person is a dick. My question is, if the person is a dick, why are you still with them? So unless you see that there's redeeming qualities, don't never view your partner as a work project. Don't treat them as somebody that well, I can make them better. You're just setting yourself up for a world full of hurt. If they are hurting you now because they're casually a dick or they're not appreciating the awesomeness that is you, then leave the relationship. The answer might be, why is my boyfriend a dick? Is because I'm settling. And don't settle. Did I get too heavy? I'm not sure.
It's early. We're good.
It's early. We didn't lose any watchers, so that's a good thing. I don't know if I've gone too heavy there. And here we go. There's another question. It's nice big handwriting. I like tonight. Tonight has big handwriting. Dear Love Doctor, how do I know he wants me? I've never been that subtle, though I am a bit standoffish. So why don't we go to Bijou first? Bijou, how would you know if someone wants you?
I'm so impatient. I would just ask. I'd be like, hey, are you interested? No, cool. Like, I'm not going to waste my time. Like back in the day, it's like, okay, does he like me? He's done this thing and he looked over his shoulder and then he sneezed that way. And it's like Age of Aquarius. No, like, I'm just going to be like, yo, you into me? No? Okay, cool. Like,
brilliant answer. That's a brilliant answer. It saves a lot of that elementary school.
I ain't got no
challenge.
time for games.
Celesta.
I'm more in a traditional way, so I will wait. How do I know he wants me? It would be more like, okay, I will wait until he make attention, he come, and if I feel like, oh, okay, romance, so I will really wait the right guy. So
So you wait for them to make the first move, which I always think is, I don't think that's a good way at all. Kai has added in, people settle or they think they're invested too much already in the relationship to leave. Again, that's one thing. If people are settling and invested too much, what is it? There's not FOMO, which is fear of missing out, but it's the loss. Does anyone know the acronym for that? For lost time put into something?
A sunk cost.
Sunk cost. Oh, the sunk cost fallacy.
Yeah,
that's it. Sunk cost fallacy. I guess there's not an acronym for that because that would be hard to say. That would be SCF. That'd be yeah. That's. I probably shouldn't be spitting on my microphone.
Do it when you're wearing a mask. Like if you're going to say that in public, just make sure that
we catch it all. Kai Matthews says he likes the direct approach. I do have to say the direct approach is probably better. There's a lot of societal programming that puts the onus on the man to make the first move, and again, that with the entire heap of societal programming, I think it should probably go out onto the thing. Yeah, Victoria Blair was wondering if the acronym I was looking for was YOLO, which is you only live once. Which is weird because the first time I heard it from a Buddhist. Wow.
Okay. I mean,
you only live once, reincarnation. It's just.
Oh, I got it. Okay. I'm blunt.
This is what it means.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
See, I knew it as Carpe Diem like 20 years ago.
Seize the day.
Yeah, seize the day. Well, I mean, it's.
Or is it fish the dice? I'm not sure. Carpe diem, fish the dice.
That's funny.
All right.
YOLO.
YOLO. All right. See, again, ask. I think out of all the answers that were given, Bijou's answer of saying ask, like go up there, clarify right away, and it's more than just like a punch in the shoulder, because that's what bloody elementary school kids used to do.
Although, like, I understand if you're an introvert that it's hard to do that. You know, like I'm an extrovert, so I just like I don't really have a lot of anxiety with regards to that particular thing. So if you can't do that, like, you know, don't feel bad.
Well, I'm done. So, I understand that feeling.
You know.
Yeah, true. All right. It's again though, but a lot of that is it's that fear of getting to know new people. That is a bit of a giddiness and a little bit of a high to beat. Christopher is adding funked sauce callously, which is sort of how I cook. I don't know if the sauce has gone bad, so it might be a bit funky, but I'll just callously put it over whatever I'm cooking, whatever stir fry is at the moment.
Or you put it on your feet.
Well, that's I'm not into foot stuff. I don't know, but I tried foot, like I dated somebody. I lived in the city of Toronto for a little while, and I dated somebody there, and it was and it was somebody born and raised there. On top of that, so which was a rarity of all the people I met in Toronto.
I'm clutching my pearls.
You're clutching your pearls. It looks like silver, but all right, they're pearls. I dated somebody, and through a lot of discussion, and they shared with me that they think they might be into feet. And so I indulged as a good partner should. I'm not realizing, because they complimented my feet almost, right from the get-go. They liked my feet. And so I indulged. And when they sort of went to do this, I didn't realize I was as ticklish as I am. And that was a bad mix, because I nearly broke her nose, and I feel guilty about that to this day.
No,
I've
done a similar thing. Like
she got a nose
jerks, and then oh no.
It was like, I'm ticklish. I didn't realize. Like, I fought it as much as I could, so they could, enjoy the thing that they were doing. But what they were doing was fucking ticklish. So there we are. Kai is loving that. I still, the person is still a friend to this day. They're an amazing person, and I still feel guilty, and they don't hold it over me. This is something I don't understand. They don't hold that over me. So I think that's pretty fantastic. We've got I'm missing some comments coming in here. Victoria is laughing her way. We got a womp womp from, which was almost the sound it made. It was almost just a single like womp. It didn't click, which thankfully, so it was a nosebleed, not a nose broke. And Kai is laughing out loud at that. I don't even know how we got onto this. There's not even a question up. Are we ready for another question? If anyone is out there wants to ask a question, if you want to ask it, you can just type it into the comment section of where you're watching this, which could be on Twitch, which could be on YouTube. If you're watching on Twitter, congratulations, you found us, but I'm not sure you can comment on there. So if you are watching on Twitter, please let us know that you're watching on Twitter somehow. I don't know how. Or you can go over to either Twitch or YouTube or Facebook to leave a comment. If you are on Facebook and you're too shy to leave a message in the group chat, you can always do it anonymously. Well, it's not really anonymous. I just won't say whose name it is. Send a message to the Love Doctor. And so you'll see me over looking this direction every now and again. So I'm looking away from the camera. Like I'm looking this way to look at the beautiful performers I'm with. And I'm looking this way to check to see if anyone has sent any. I'm talking nonstop again. This is like verbal diarrhea coming out of me. That I'm trying to explain everything at this point in time. Like okay, I have an announcement that's going to be coming up, and it's going to relate to the fact that not being on stage for a while and what this is doing to a lot of the mental health of performers, and that's why we're here. Oh, look at this! This is can I make all of that fit in? I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit. Let me see if I can. Oh, that was a little too much zoom. All right, and I'm going to make that big so we can all read that.
As a woman.
There we are. As a woman, what is condom buying etiquette? Do I leave it to him, or should I supply them? Which type should I buy to suit the widest audience? Oh, as it were. Okay, at least widest wasn't in quotes because that would have been a bit more funny. So we'll go with Celesta. What's your thoughts on this?
My thought is that you have to buy the condom just to protect yourself, because some guy don't buy the condom and they say like, okay, let's have sex without protection. So for me, it would be no. So I buy the condom, and if you want, make him pay the condom. Why not? Or if not, just buy the condom for protect yourself, and buy size too small to big size.
To have a variety.
Yeah.
Bijou.
I just want to specify that it's not just women who have vaginas. So that's a thing. As a person who does not have a penis, I do buy condoms. I think that it's important for every person to be in charge of their own physical health.
Yeah.
As far as, because I do agree with you, some people, they prefer not to, and if that's your thing and you trust the person and you have gotten tested and whatever it is, that's you leave it up to but you need to have that conversation first. You can't just be like in the middle of it and say, oh, fuck it, we're not going to use one, right? So and as far as like a wide gamut, I think that like there's like just the regular lubricated Trojans. They're comfortable, they fit basically every person that I've ever been with, and I've been with many different like sizes of phalluses, so yeah. But you know what? You're going to find out the ones that you like, right? Like as you're using them, if you're like, oh, this one feels more comfortable, or this one is ribbed for their pleasure, or whatever it is. Like once you find one that you like, then just keep using those ones because they're yours. If they want to use their condoms, they can use their condoms.
And as a man, I always have condoms. I'm not always carrying them with me, but that's because I'm not planning on having sex every time I run to the corner store. So again, carrying condoms is great. If a woman should have no guilt or feeling about buying condoms, and Bijou is correct in stating that buy the condoms that you like to have used. Here's a little secret. Now that you can get magnums, or you can get the super thin ones or whatever. And I can't remember which company it was, but one company was hit with a lawsuit because the original 6-pack of condoms that they were selling, they branded some to be large, but they were the same size because they're latex and they stretched, right? And so they were selling them for $3 more for a pack of 6. Just all they had was a large size on it. So basically, they got people to spend $3 more for their ego to have them on there. And so condoms do fit. Now, if you have an allergy to latex, you might want to buy some non-latex condoms. But depending on the type, do a little bit of research. Some of them do not. They prevent pregnancy, but they do not prevent some sexually transmitted diseases. So find what is good for you and what you like, and carry those with you. In my more single days, I carried both the non-latex as well as the latex, and I got thins as well. So if anyone ever gets to a point that you're all heated up and they go, well, I don't really want to wear a condom, but you don't trust them, or not that you don't trust them, but you want to remain safe, then just tell them stop. That's it. That is the end of discussion. And you'll find out magically a lot of those people will put on a fucking condom. Christopher is saying, if your audience is wearing condoms, that sounds like a party. It fucking is a good party. That's for sure. And Christopher's wearing one right now. All right. COVID.
Are you wearing a mask too? You got to wear a mask too.
He is wearing a mask in his picture. So we're gonna count that as he is wearing a mask. He's keeping it safe. He's keeping it safe for all of us. So there we go. Some more sane advice. And Celesta, do you have something?
I know. I was just saying, keep your penis safe, your penis safe, and your mask safe too. The COVID safe, everything.
And Evlit is saying lambskins were great. You know what? I knew that the non-latex ones I had were a lambskin, but I didn't want to say that. Just make sure that I didn't offend anyone out there. Ali McKay is saying she's allergic to latex and found a polyurethane to be the best, but it is expensive. Here's the thing though, your health, it's kind of worth it. There was a comedian who had a great point about, I can't remember her name at this point, but she had a great statement about HIV. This is way back in the 80s because I'm an old man. But she said she thought the advertising for about condom use during the HIV epidemic was flawed. She said, they were saying, wear a condom or you could die. Why not say wear a condom and fuck for a longer time? Like live to fuck again. I think that is a much better
That's a
way
Bond
to look
movie.
at it. A Bond movie, live to fuck again.
Sounds like a Bond movie.
All right. You know what? But on this channel, the They Talk Funny shows. If you ever are on YouTube and you want to check out the They Talk Funny, I actually interview a person who did what did he do? He wrote the porn parody for Seinfeld and for Doctor Who. So he was nominated for his Seinfeld porn parody, which is quite. I guess that's for some people that is an amazing kind of thing. If anyone asks who they are, because they used an assumed name for the film credits, but if anyone asks in the chat, I will tell you who the person is, because he's proud and he mentioned it on the They Talk Funny podcast as well. I don't know if it's a podcast, if it's a live stream. Is a live stream a podcast? I'm not sure. I'm doing this and I have no idea if this is a podcast. I
think this is a live stream. I think a podcast is like you record it and then you put the whole thing up after it's done. Like, so no one can really interact with it until after it's over. So.
And that's a great point to remind people that this is interactive. So give us your comments, say hello, tell us where you're watching from, give it a thumbs up and the like, hit the subscribe button, which is down on the other side of Bijou, and do all the wonderful things that like make us kind of be noticed. And this is the next question. I can actually make that out. This is, by the way, am I sounding better tonight? Normally I sound like an auto-tuned robot. Am I good tonight?
Good, yeah.
All right, I think I may have fixed my connection problems that we had. Christopher saying, good concept, condoms now or diapers later. You think condoms are if you think condoms are shitty, well.
There was this really great ad in like the 90s or early 2000s, and it was like these time-lapse ads. And so like they would go to the library and they would like look at books, and then you would see like 5 years later the books that they would look at. So the first one was like pickup lines, and the next one he goes there and he's like got a bunch of kids and he's like it's like it's yeah.
All right. We got a meow from Montreal. I've been told I sound great, which is it's a comforting thing. I replaced my modem yesterday, so that is probably going to make a change. Podcasts are pre-recorded, yes, which is why Christopher prefers live streams so he can make these comments. So we're glad that we can include Christopher on this. Christopher is a regular patron of the Wiggle Room, and he watches this almost religiously. I'm glad to be your church, Christopher. And Dennis Leger says the Love Doctor sound is good. So there we are. And Devin saying,
feel free to pay any of us compliments at any given time. All are appreciated.
Yeah, everybody deserves some compliments. I'm actually going to put a little ticker on the bottom. It's for a link tree. At the top of that link tree, like the first button you see is buy me a drink. So anything that comes in the next 48 hours is going to be shared between me and the two performers, the fantastic performers I have on screen with me. They will each get a cut of it. So please donate the show. Did that just go away? How did that go away? I didn't mean to have that go away, but that's gone away now. All right, I'm just starting now that the sound is good. I kind of want to whisper and make this like an
ASMR.
ASMR.
Talking about the ASMR. I'm gonna crinkle some paper. Hold on. Just gonna crinkle some paper.
Christopher is the love on this one, and Kai is so glad the sound glitches are gone.
Oh, you don't like ASMR?
Oh, it's okay.
Okay, sorry. It's a trigger for people, so it's either like good or bad. I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
All right, Daniel Leger is speaking in French, and Bijou is reciprocating. Was that? Oh, and capturing them and putting them away. So let's move on.
Why do you think they're so big? It's full of kisses. It just keeps stuffing them in there.
So I think I'm turning red now at this point. It's just embarrassment. I'm such a shy person. I just truly am I not? I hope everyone understands that all of this is from the heart and it's all true and believable, and I'm not fooling anyone. Dear Love Doctor, is a threesome an appropriate present for a 1-year anniversary? It's better than paper. I'm not sure. It's for the person who's asking, who asked that question. I really hope that they weren't getting the anniversary gift for themselves. The best thing about a threesome is everybody should be attracted to everybody else. Celesta, do you have anything you want to add to that?
Oh, I think a threesome is appropriate for any occasion that you want. If you want to have sex with other people, discover even your sexuality, because it's a great thing to know if you are bisexual or not, or you just want to have a normal threesome, like two guys, one girl, or 2 girls, 1 guys, or even 3 girls. That's fine.
If not,
3 ladies.
Great experience.
And there are no men.
There we are. It's everybody has the preferred, and the thing is, the reason why I say everybody should be attracted to everybody else is because of the fact if 2 of the people are only attracted to one person, then that person better be a fucking multitasking genius. I mean, we're talking above Oprah, because that's a lot of concentration, because you want to make sure everybody is receiving the attention they deserve at all moments. Because that makes it a kind of a better thing. I'm not sure. There we go. A girl and a guy and a sex robot. That's actually just called adding a toy. But
unless the robot is sentient, and then that's a different thing.
True. At this point, though, I don't know of any AI done that you can get from Hush or whatever. Hush does not sponsor this video, but Hush.ca sounds brown. What was it? Brown paper packages out. So they do wonderful things for being polite to people. I'm not even sure why I'm adding. I feel like I'm doing an ad for Hush, and I didn't mean to do an ad for Hush. So we get my fingers look fat. That's just not good. Is it okay? Is it possible that I have body dysmorphia about my hands? I'm not. All right, that maybe just too casually said. I'm not kind of fond of that. There we go. A guy, a girl, and a Terminator. That's actually a movie.
It is. It is, in fact. There
All
is
right.
sex in that movie, and the Terminator is involved in some way. So.
All right. Which movie is that again? Oh,
Terminator.
I've been told I should drink more.
If you hear meowing, it's my cat. She doesn't want to sit on my lap, but she will sit right next to me and meow at me until I give her attention. But from afar.
So we had a cilantro, so it's a chance to take a drink.
L'chaim.
A girl and a guy and an androgynous android. Well, that's the same as a sentient robot.
Yeah, androids are okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
Well, if you're gonna go androids should have replaceable parts. I don't know if it's like a full-on Swiss Army knife situation.
Did you hear that whole thing about people asking, what was it, BB-8, Is that the new Star Wars droid?
Yes.
People were asking what their gender was, and all of us non-binaries are like,
I think one of my difficulty. I got to put my ice in this. People are giving me more cheers.
We have to drink when we hear something, c'est ça?
When people are saying slanche,
Oh,
we have to drink. So let's just put in a little bit of mix, maybe a bit more this time. So the last one was fairly strong. I'm all right. I'm trying to learn French. I desperately I am. Je suis désolé, je suis fou. I've been trying for a long time to learn to speak French, and I genders is a bit of a hookup for me or hang up for me on that. I just wish I wish I could not be as gendered.
Because the problem is that you can't use any adjectives without gendering them, right? So like I can't describe myself. I spend twice as long because I use both. I just like je me sens fou folle. Like and I sound fou folle.
mais c'est mignon.
You know?
I like to call Miami Il est belle for mixing everything.
I like
more easy to do.
That's the only thing that you can do, right?
Yeah.
So
Il est belle or Elle est beau, like this.
Yeah. C'est ça.
It's difficult, but
hard.
It's a little more hard.
I personally, it's like I try. I'm old, and there's a lot of ingrained stuff, and I try. I mistaking. I don't mean to misgender anyone, and I never do it intentionally or harmfully or with intent to harm. So I do my best. I try my best. It's just the same as being polite to people, which should be second nature for everybody. So Bijou's giving us a heart, and we've got this next question here. Did we already see the question? I'm not sure if we saw the question.
We looked at it, and then we came back and talked about Terminator some more.
All right. Let's see. Can I make that? No, I can't. All right. There's changes coming to the platform we're using. So here it is. What advice do you have for those of us who wish to fulfill our May responsibility of fucking outdoors? You know what? May was for those who like to have sex outdoors. May this year was actually a good time to do it because nobody was outside. I mean, as long as you were social distancing and you were doing it walking distance,
having sex from 6 feet away.
Well, no, social distancing. I'm assuming the person is within your bubble of who you're having sex with. But there was a lot less chance of running into strangers in the park or wherever you went. Bar bathrooms, of course, were out. And again, that ties into the big announcement that we have that we're going to be giving. Oh my, we've been online for almost 45 minutes already. Did you realize that?
Nope.
No, it's just passing. All right. Sherife is slante in Turkish. Okay, so Sherife. I don't know if that's proper, but Sherife. So slante to everybody. My advice anytime to people who want to have sex outside, please make sure you're isolated. Make sure there's no chance of children encountering you. Go to nature, go deep in the woods or wherever. Watch out for ticks. But yeah, sex outside is a lot of fun, but make sure that you're in an area that you're not going to be discovered by somebody who would be hurt or harmed by seeing it. Bijou, do you have anything to add?
I agree. Like, just, make sure that, because consent goes always. So the person that you're having sex with has consented to engage in the act, but someone who may see you has not given their consent to be a part of it in any way. So yeah, make sure that you're either really secluded or just role play.
Exactly. I mean, you can have a potted plant beside your bed and pretend you're in the deepest jungle. All right. Celesta, do you have anything to add?
No. Same feeling as everybody.
And Kai is also suggesting to check for poison ivy.
3 leaves, right? Of leaves of 3.
A trefoil. No, please don't make fun of trefoils at this point. It's a little bit of French. I do know. It's a clover. Clover is a trifle. I'm attempting to learn French, include more French, but I'm not. Yeah, I think I just kind of failed at that one. I'm kind of surprised people haven't asked more questions. You know what? I'm going to ask those of you who are watching if you have an idea about what the big announcement that I have to make. Maybe you can start guessing or prompting me with a question so we can give the big announcement. Even my two guests don't know the big announcement that well, they probably know, but they haven't heard it from me what the big announcement is going to be. We're going to go to another side. And Ev Litt is an anti-exhibitionist, and from knowing Ev, I am very glad that he's an anti-exhibitionist. Actually, no, he's a very trim man for his age, which is, I shouldn't make fun because we're both the same age. Denny Leger is saying, remember the poem, leaves of three, leave them be.
See, I only remember the first half of that.
And Christopher Murtaugh is saying, I know what it is. I believe I don't know if he's talking about poison ivy or the trefoil or which.
I think he means the secret, the surprise.
Secret. He knows what it is. So if you want to prompt us so we can give the little announcement, Devin has got the announcement. Love Doctor the movie. There should be a question mark after that. There's not a Love Doctor the movie as of yet. And don't anyone ever mention Michael Myers to me or Mike Myers. Michael Myers is yeah. Mike Myers is Hamming, which he's actually fair. There's things that I've enjoyed from Mike Myers, so I really shouldn't call him Hammy.
I really enjoyed Austin Powers, but it was Hammy. But that was part of the fun, though.
Have you ever seen what was it called? And I don't even know if it held up, but I saw it a long time ago. I Married an Axe Murderer.
I haven't seen it. I heard it was. I know it's like one of those movies that everyone has seen. I just haven't.
It was a rare film. I thought when it came out, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well it holds up at this point in time. Celesta, do you know I Married an Axe Murderer?
No.
No, it's actually it's bad advice. Don't marry axe murderers.
Okay.
I want to suggest that. So we're going to go on for one more question until somebody gives me a good enough prompt to actually give the big announcement. Dear Love Doctor, why does all the coolest girlfriends have boyfriends? Because they're cool. It's the same as often said about all the coolest boyfriends. They have boyfriends as well. So there is partners. I guess partners is probably a better way to put that. Devin is saying Axe Murderer was a lot of fun. Again, I'm not sure how well it has held up, so I'm a little worried about possible content. And Ale is saying my partner has often been lovingly referred to as a potted plant, not poison ivy, more like a succulent. So I always have a potted plant next to my. Yeah, I've been occasionally called a vegetable, so it's all we're different. No, I'm like a carrot.
You don't care at all.
I've been called a carrot top. So.
Oh well, yeah.
It doesn't show up well against the red behind. Look at this. This is my COVID hairdos coming out like that. Without the hat, I kind of look like Gene Hackman at this point. So I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. It all depends on what year Gene Hackman.
That's true.
It really does matter. So somebody has made a guess that I haven't put on there. But Celesta, what is your take on that? Is why does all the coolest girlfriends have boyfriends or husbands?
Really, I don't know what we can answer to that. Why does all the coolest girlfriend have boyfriend? Maybe the boyfriend are cool, or maybe they are match. They are a match. You just need to wait until you find your perfect shoe.
That is a nice analogy. Bijou.
What?
I mean, it's like, why do all the coolest girlfriends have boyfriends? I don't know. I had a couple of cool girlfriends that didn't have boyfriends because they were dating me. So, I just I feel like this idea of splitting, like every person is like this, every person is like that. All things are this way. It's never this way. It's a really short-sighted and kind of, it's not a healthy way to look at things. Like if you get into your mind that like I don't have a girlfriend because all the coolest girlfriends have boyfriends, it's like, just give yourself some time and you'll find someone who's cool, and just maybe don't assume right off the bat that things are going to go wrong. You know what I mean? And maybe if all the coolest girlfriends have boyfriends, maybe it's because you're not treating them right and they don't want to be with you.
I was going to actually point out that the one thing that's in common for all these other people that you're running into is you.
Yep.
And it might be your perception. Maybe you only want to feel attracted to people who are already attached, so you don't actually have to put any risk into being into a relationship. And it could be fear of that. Ali McKay is actually asking, what even is cool though? And which is a valid question. And cool is a subjective thing.
Yeah.
But we have a couple good guesses here. Kai Williams says he's wiggling in anticipation about the announcement.
Cute.
And Evlet says the vaudeville is starting. The Wiggle Room has set a date to reopen. As long as there's not another lockdown, there's going to be social distancing rules in effect. You need to wear a mask to enter the building. You have to keep the mask on till you're seated. And if you get up to go to the washroom, you need to put your mask back on. There's going to be some new menus. There's going to be hand washing stations. There's going to be reduced lists of performers per show. But the vaudeville variety show is going to be starting on September 9th. The show is going to return. So that means the last Wednesday show for the Love Doctor live stream is going to be September 2nd. So make sure you tune in for that show. And we are going to, I believe there's enough people. I hope there's enough people that would want to see this show on another night. And we will move the Love Doctor live stream to at least a monthly on another night, so we can all join in and chat. And we got and mask friendly drinks. You can there's going to be no bar service, so you can only get drinks at your table. The servers are going to be wearing, I believe, face shields and masks when they bring the drinks to you. So you'll sit. There's going to be now coaches only open for bubbles. For people who have arrived together to stay together, and the stage is actually moved. I haven't seen a layout exactly, but
it's gonna be a center stage.
A center stage, so it's going to be visible from 360 degrees,
Exactly.
which is going to fuck up any magicians. All right, so vaudeville is not going to have any magicians for a little while.
Performer, a bullet performer. I'm really like,
yeah,
I'm stressed.
Yep.
Yeah, I will be performing on September 11 and 12. Yeah.
So that's going to be 2 days after the vaudeville show restarts. Most shows will only have 4 performers, but it's 4 burlesque performers doing 2 acts each. Vaudeville will have 6 performers. No act will be sharing a microphone, so there will be different microphones. Acts will have to keep their masks on until they get to the stage. There is we're going to be taking as much precautions as we possibly can. And Evlet is asking, he's apologized if I guessed he didn't mean to spoil any surprises. Ev, it's all right. We understand how much of a spoiler you truly are. I say that with love, but definitely it's good news at this point. I know I'm nervous, but my understanding of everything that they are doing to protect not just the patrons but the performers is the only reason that I'm going to be going back to do that, because it's highly important until we have a vaccine that everybody is safe. And just get a magician that can work in the round or a sideshow. Well, Devin, we might have to actually talk to Stephen Winchester about that.
Shameless self-promotion.
Well, that's how you advance in this career, is it not? A shameless self-promotion.
That was a compliment.
Yeah, it was. That was a compliment. That definitely was. Now, how many people can have bathroom sex with a mask? If they're all within the same bubble, if they arrive together, Celesta is saying 0.
Together, you can come together.
0.
So again, just make sure you wipe up after yourselves in the bathroom. We want to make sure that is handy. So that is the huge announcement that we have tonight. We have a couple more questions. Well, you know what? I just realized we haven't got any questions from the people chatting. No one has asked a question tonight. I don't know if we're too scary. I don't even have any of the anonymous questions have come in. But no, I guess we did get a question here with Christopher asking how many people can have bathroom sex with a mask. But again, it's trying to be safe, and because the last thing we need is to have the wiggle room be known as a tracing point of connection between people, because yeah, entertainment is very important. The wiggle room is definitely a cultural location that needs to remain open. I know this forced enclosure has hurt them, and I'm really sorry that has happened. But I hope that we can get a handle on this a lot better. So till we get the vaccine and people can be safe. But there's got to be scary fallout. The world has changed. All right, should we talk about this? The fact the world has changed.
Next question.
Next question. We're gonna do this. Next question. Let's hope we get a couple good, funny questions as we end on this. But put it in your calendar. September 9th, 2020. The Vaudeville show is back. The weekend before that is going to be the anniversary show for the Wiggle Room. And we have a question that has just come in. Any advice for dating during COVID times? Yes, Grammarly.
It's
improve
free.
Improve your texting abilities. But before we go back to this question, I'm just going to put that upside down. Celesta, do you have any advice for dating during COVID times?
Est-ce qu'on peut dire un saran wrap?
A saran wrap, was it, or just
the thing that you put for protect your food?
It's saran wrap.
Saran wrap. Yeah. All right.
Buy a saran wrap, and like this, you can kiss each other without things. It's very my style of joking.
You know, Orthodox Jews, they just cut a hole in a sheet.
Yes.
So, you know, that's an option.
Yeah, it would be like the hand-melted, comme la servante écarlate.
You know,
sex like this. Right.
The advice that I would give is be creative. A lot of the times, the best sex organ a human being has is actually between their ears. It's gray. It's normally drawn as gray. It's a bit pinkish, actually. Not that I've seen a lot of them, but it's between the ears. That just came off as creepy. Did I just come off as creepy? But it's use your brain and be creative and engaging with your partner. And that's why I joked about Grammarly, is because you want to use creative language and you don't want to sound like some copy paste person. Mamba Maya is saying glory holes, which was it the Canadian government that came up and said glory holes. There was an early study, and I don't even know why this was a fucking study, but there was a study that said that COVID couldn't be transmitted via semen, which was later proven to be false. But why was that something they wanted to make sure people were aware of?
If there is something that people want to know, the first thing that they ask is, "Can you fuck it?" That is always the first question. It's always, okay, but how is this going to affect sex? Usually with the member, like, erectile dysfunction, anything associated with like the male ability to fuck a thing, they're going to do a study on it. That's just life.
It's why cancer is out there, and why well, oh, hold it. All right, this has kind of been big news. It's slowly coming around. Sorry, Christopher was saying really kinky religious folks have three holes in the sheets. There we go. That's for eye contact. There is HIV. There has been three people have been cured in the UK. there is a cure on the way for HIV, which is a great thing. But
Yeah.
but all the time that we've been waiting for a cure for HIV, we've had multiple different boner pills come out, and it's like scientists, you're like, I feel like you've been wasting your fucking effort on something. And
It's not just that, it's that, like, every single person with a vagina that I know knows what prostate cancer is, but I defy you to find one cis male in 10 that knows what endometriosis is.
Oh, I know. Mm-mm.
1 in 10. 1 in 10. It's all right. To say 1 in 10, I agree.
I'm being generous.
I was about to raise my hand, but it was going. But that's I pay attention to women.
Yeah.
All right. And here we go. Where do babies come from? Celesta.
Uterus, vagina, explosion, pa, babies.
I'm just picturing a doctor now with like a catcher's mitt, just to, like, aim the cannon, just pump. Here we go. So please don't try to bat them. We want to catch them. We don't want to like smack them. It's a little rude. All right, Bijou, do you have an answer for that?
No.
All right, there's well, this goes back to one of our earlier questions: is where do babies come from? Babies come from when two people really love each other. Well, no, let's face it. When two people forget to wear a condom, and there's the 0.01% chance that they did wear a condom. There's still a chance a baby could be made. When people have sex, that's when the sperm hits the ovum. That's when it is. The thing is, if you're really good, if you're a really good person, where a baby comes from doesn't matter their age, you can get them at the orphanage, so you don't need to have sex.
Although they don't have orphanages in Quebec, do they?
Devin is asking if Bijou does not know.
Listen, okay, our sex ed education program in I got taught sex ed in Toronto, okay? So I don't know shit about shit. What
sound like it was under the fort.
Our baby?
This seems like a good place to end it. I believe there are orphanages in Quebec because a lot of them are run by the Catholic Church. And the Catholic Church was huge in Quebec for a long time. So that is one thing. We'll take one more question. We'll take one or two more questions. Does that sound good? And I've got those bloody fingers in there again. Why are my fingers like 4 different colors? I wash them, washing them constantly. I don't know why it looks so fucking fat there. Just all right.
How will you call?
So let's bring that a little larger. How do you call your lover boy?
Baby. Oh, baby. You're the one.
I'm expecting someone to burst out of the TARDIS at this point. Celesta.
Meow. Meow, meow. Je sais pas.
A little meow meow. All right. And here we go. Devin has added something in there. Your fingers are beautiful just the way they are, Paul. Thank you very much.
Body
who the fuck is
positivity
Paul?
from head to
Who
toe.
the fuck is Paul? 2 gametes equals a yes. There we go. The scientific answer. 2 gametes equal a zygote, and a zygote does grow. So I'm just going to make that a little bit larger. Was the French kiss actually invented by French people?
I can't speak to this.
I don't know the exact history, but I believe it has existed a lot longer than France has. It might have been invented by the Franks, who know? But I suspect it's been even around longer than that. Celesta, do you have any?
Was the French kiss actually invented by French people? I don't think it was invented by French people. But in the same time, French people or en français on dit chauvin. I don't know how we say in English chauvin.
Bijou, do you want to do the translation?
Why? They are little like more. They're like it's me. They like we say food come from France. Only the French people who do the best cook.
Oh, they're
French will say probably that French kiss come from French.
yeah, they're like cocky.
Yeah.
Mamba is suggesting the word is horny.
I thought horny too, but
Chauvinist.
but that's chauvinist is like it's like a sexist thing, right? Like men versus women.
French are sexist too.
Well, yeah, but it's a separate point.
Not to generalize on any people's.
Patriarchy exists everywhere, Paul.
I know it exists everywhere, but there could be French people who are not chauvinist, even if they're cis male French people.
I'm talking about my own culture.
Take the egos of the French men out there.
I'm talking about French because I'm French, so I'm like, okay.
No, I get
So,
it.
I would say, you know what? One of the questions that I get a lot is which nationality or which ethnicity make the best lovers, and it's never ever easy to group it as one group that by any kind of thing. I think it's an individual basis. So it's not that I've had sex with everybody, but I've had sex with people of different nationalities and people of different ethnicities, and there's been good and there's been bad from pretty much every one that I've had. At least two
sounds like a microaggression to me.
What was that?
That question is a microaggression.
Yes. Yeah, it definitely is a question at that point. Christopher is saying the Irish are obviously the best, but that's chauvinistic is jingoistic. Chauvin is jingoistic, which means I'll probably need to get a dictionary out at the end of the show. But we're gonna basically it's I don't think the French perfected it. I think it's an individual sport. It's not a team sport. When it comes to French kissing, it's a team of two, at least two. And that's there's different people have different kissing styles, and how they match up with each other is different. So I'm not gonna say that the French invented French kissing. I think they renamed it because they're very good at marketing. So, as I just made a big, broad generalization on that, and we're gonna end the show with this one. Is if it's not a shitty question, I really hope it's not a shitty question. Please don't be a shitty question. Do you believe that cats are the solution?
No, not at all.
Cats, as much as I love cats, Bijou is cuddling with a cat right now. A cat that definitely wants to get down off of her lap.
She hates it. She loves being close to me
lap,
until I touch her. She's like,
cats are not the solution, because what have you mixed with them?
That's funny.
Thank you. It's a derivative of a line that I've said on stage.
Love into them, and then it disappears.
It gets absorbed. So cats are not the solution. Alcohol is not a solution, but once you add a little bit of mix, then it's a solution. Chemically, it is a solution. I'm the Love Doctor. If you want to jot over to Teespring, you can find Teespring. You can get a nice little mug like this for yourself. And if anyone follows the little Linktree link down at the bottom, you can't click on it. I said stop clicking on it. You can't click on it. You actually have to type in www.linktr.ee/Paul Ash. That would take you so you can make a donation to the show to keep this channel alive. We've got Ali is saying they are the catalyst. They are not the solution. And I definitely I want to
science jokes.
I definitely want to be thanking my guests tonight. Let's make sure that you can follow them. Both are on Instagram. There's at Bijou on Instagram and at Celesta _oldie on Instagram. That is both of their Instagrams. So I'll put them back up, and I'll make sure that they're in the links in the description of the videos later. And if you're on Facebook, you'll be able to read their bios and see pictures from them as well, and be able to click over to their fan pages. So it's Bijou Bisou on Instagram, and as well we have Celesta _Oli on Instagram. In the Bijou Bisou, there's a dot between the Bijou and Bisou. I want to thank both of these wonderful people for being on the show tonight. You have been fantastic. We've run over our hour a lot of time, but there's no one to kick us off. Merci beaucoup. Thank you both very much for being on the show. I missed that, Celesta. I'm sorry.
Oh, fait plaisir. It's like thank you so much. Comment vous dites? I don't know how you say in English. Like welcome, always welcome.
Yeah,
Like,
you're welcome.
plaisir.
It's my pleasure.
My pleasure. Voilà.
Avec plaisir, Celeste. Avec plaisir, Bijou. Thank you, merci, both of you, for being on. This has been the Love Doctor live stream. We'll be back next week, and for a limited number of weeks on a Wednesday night, starting at 9 p.m. I love you all. And
Bye.